Hello, here we are, week 209. Right, I will feed fish before I do anything. So I just came out my little ramekin full of fish foods and I had it balanced on a book as I walked up the stairs. And I got to the top step and it slid off the book and smashed to smithereens all over the floor. So that's my first trip out to do the filming, and I spent 15 minutes clearing all the glass and stuff off the floor. Right, hopefully that will shut them up. Right. Yes, I was going to come out and go, oh, I've had a good week, I haven't broken anything. I literally walked up the stairs and smashed one of these. I shouldn't really use glass ones really, but I've just got loads of them, so they're handy. Right, this week, let's get on to I've been given some gifts this week by a fellow reefer who went to Florida to the Reefer Palooza, and I've got a copy of Tamara Marshall's book, which she signed for me, and I've read a few paragraphs or a few chapters. I really like it actually. I like the way it's laid out. It's very simple to find what you want. She does include metric as well as imperial measurements, which is good. So yeah, a very handy little reference book for diseases and treatments in there. So that was a nice purchase. I also got some of this Isolate MT, which is a trace element supplement, and I think there's 8 supplements in here. So I think that is meant primarily for people that are running algae turf scrubbers. So I'd imagine it's got like iron and stuff in there for the algae. But I just wanted to have a look at it. I don't even know if I'm going to use it. I'd imagine I will. I'll probably dilute it down. I need to do some research on it. But I think that bottle was £30 or $30, £30 I think. And it seems to be extremely potent, because I'm trying to see where the dosing guidelines are. Should do sort of come out here really, shouldn't I? But yeah, so it is 0.05 millilitres to 25 gallons. So that's a very small amount. Yeah, so I'd be interested to see what that's like. Yeah, so that's that. I also got some t-shirts. So I got some Top Shelf Aquatic into Worldwide Coral merch, and so I'm doing the water change while I'm talking. What was I going to say? Yeah, so interestingly, right? So the Top Shelf Aquatic shirts made in Nicaragua, they've got labels on inside, tells you know, wash them, what they're made of, where they're made, etc. Worldwide Corals, I think that's the only t-shirt I've ever had. It's got absolutely no labels anywhere on it. It doesn't tell you a thing about them. It doesn't tell you what they're made of, where they're made, how to wash them or anything. I've just found that bizarre really. So whether Vic makes them himself in his office when he's got a quiet moment, or they're made in some sweatshop in India or somewhere, I've got no idea. Yes, I think that was it. So that was good. Tank is all doing well really. Yeah, just skipping along, and I have plumbed my sump. So it's not actually working at the moment, but I have. So I've put water through the delivery side of the sort of tubing. So from the pump down in the sump into this sump, that's all gone through. I just run probably 4 or 5 litres through into a jug and then chucked it away. So it got any of the horrible stuff that sits in the pipe, bits of glue and bits of, you know, PVC where you cut it and whatever. So that's all flushed through, and I need to just do the drains. So I will just flush that through also into a jug. I don't want to go into there. And then I will at some point, when I'm doing a water change, pump tank water into there and then probably take it out and sort of fill it that way. And I've actually changed the plumbing on it slightly. Got a cup of tea somewhere on it. Oh, because I was going to take the feed from the small tank that's down there and redirect it into this sump up here. But the trouble with that is, the second I redirected that feed, that means that tank down there is not getting any water circulation. So I would have had to bring it all up and put it in there pretty rapidly, and I didn't want to do it. I thought, no, that's too quick. So I plumbed it so that I can now run both. So that sump will be running and full of water, and the tank down there will still be running full of water. And then it just means I can take longer to transition the stuff down there into the sump up here. I'm still undecided on whether to add some sand into there. There is a tamarind wrasse in that tank, which obviously sleeps in the sand at night. I might just put a dish in. I might even put them in this tank. I might take the tamarind wrasse out and put them in there with that tripless wrasse. So there's a couple of wrasse in there. It's only small, so it's probably the same size that wrasse is in there actually. So they may get on, they may not, I don't know. And that means I can run that sump with no fish, and then I haven't really got to worry about feeding it. So that's quite attractive actually, so I'll probably end up doing that. Yeah, so once that's done, it means that I can shut that tank down that's down there. It looks a proper mess because I've really not done. It's acrylic. Shit, man, would I not buy an acrylic tank? My God. I mean, it's just smothered in algae and coralline. The glass, you can barely see through it. And all the other walls are covered the same. It just grows corallines like mental on that acrylic. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's a Royal exclusive tank, so it costs a fortune. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do with it. I might use it as a frag tank or something. Initially I was going to use it as a refugium, but I don't run one, so I'm undecided where I could even put it, to be honest. So once that's out of the way, I will buy another one of those crates, and then I will put the return pumps, which are external, into the crate. So effectively they're going to be running it internally. And I can move the skimmer out of the current sump and put it into the extension of that sump. And then I'm hoping above it I will have room for another small tank, which I will hopefully be able to use if I get any spawning from there. Then I might be able to grow the frags out into that tank, which will be in this tank water, which then means I can put some in there, because obviously if I manage to actually get some spawning, it would be nice to get some colonies in this tank, which I can just keep. So that is my goal for the next, I don't know how many months. I've also ordered 5 litres of distilled water so that I can make up my ABC reagents. So hopefully that will be here sometime this week. And I've been to my LFS this morning, and my filter fleece rolls, I buy them in packs of 10. They last me approximately a year, 10 months, something like that. Hopefully they'll be here next week because I'm on my last roll and I'm probably about halfway through it. So I'm hoping they come before it runs out. Have I done anything else? No, still got to get the power pack for the light down there. I haven't even looked to check whether I've left it up there. Yeah, I don't think that's it. Can't really think of much else. This tank's just jogging along really. Yeah, I think that's it. This weekend coming, obviously, is a big weekend for UK reefers because it's the Love to Reef event. So looking forward to that. I've been to every one so far, and the Coral Freaks that was before it. They're good to meet up and chat.